Hello, this is Town Dog, and I'm back again with another small flight in Flight Simulator X. I'm in Juneau, Alaska, sitting here right here by the fuel pump. I wonder where he put my plane. I think he hid it from me. Take a look, see what we can find here. Same thing, gotta select the window. Oh, the same plane we had yesterday. We're gonna do it again today. Oh, this is it. Anyway, it's a plane. It's well, my mind won't work. It's not a King Arab. It's Bombardier. Something Q40. Brain went blank. Anyway, we flew it yesterday and I told you what it was. Maybe we figured out after a while. Anyway, let's see what we can do with it. This is the plane we're going to go in the flight in, and what we're going to do is I'm going to do a VA flight here from Juneau to a place called Watson's Lake. It's about 206 miles on a heading of roughly 030 from here. It has a BOR and everything. I've got all that information down. So the first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to set me up a VA flight. To do that, I'm going to go to the website like this right here, sign in as I am, and then go to corporations. We built this flight today. I done flew it once today. We built this morning, me and Razor flew it together, and remote, and we'll pick the flight here on. So what it does, come to here, and the flight's already created, bid the flight, and then go close that. I don't need that no more. I'll move this back off the window. I don't need that anymore either. I just want to see how to get to it. Now, since I've done bid the flight, it'll be in the card. This is a smart card for the VA flight. It's got to be refreshed apparently though. What it did was already open the background. Now the flight is here. It's from Juneau to Watson's Lake. And like I said, it's about 206 miles. I'll select it and I'll select fly here. That'll tell me here we got it set at 12,000 feet, which is a plenty. We didn't know that earlier, but it is. I got 77 passengers on board, it says. I'm going to try to kill about half on board, get there. Anyway, here we go right here, and we got the planes sitting here on the ramp close to the, oops, I better not start that. Let's close that for just a minute because I need to adjust my fuel. If you adjust the fuel before you start the flight, after you start the flight, your flight will be rejected. So I need to adjust my fuel. It's got a full tank and I don't need full tanks. So I'm going to go about 50%, would be more than enough. That's what I used earlier and I had plenty. There we go. Now the fuel is adjusted. Now I can start the card. I'd rather start it now or don't I often get it big as a world. Now since it's up, I can go to here, select it, select fly, and like I said, it is right there. We select start, the card is started. I'll close that there up. Now we'll start the plane, and once it go crazy, we'll lose it, have to start all over. Anyway, we're gonna go inside the 3D. I'm gonna make sure the fuel is on. I'm gonna turn it on all right there it is. I'm gonna turn it on with a button. See it come on. Because I didn't want to do it wrong, and that button should be right. If I do it wrong, you could make the flight not start up right. Let's try this right here. That's the auto start for the engine. That's the only way. You select either one of them, it don't seem to work. You select that, and it'll start them one at a time. Gotta wait on them to fire up. Now the engines are not started up here. Let's get some more power in it. That's maybe the reason they ain't starting too. It says on. It's slow, or the engine crank would come up. Alright. That should have came on as soon as I hit that button. There we go. Button don't seem to jive exactly right. This here wasn't different color yesterday, I don't think. I don't go back and look at the video, but I don't know what happened to that today. I ain't tested it, I know of. I've done a lot of work in here the last 24 hours though. I moved this a little. added this right here. I kept saying this didn't have a nav 2. It did have one here, but it's so small I couldn't see it. This is bigger, I can see it. I put this in here today. This here and this here will take there from nav 2. This is nav 1. And vertical climb, altitude, airspeed if I need it besides these two here. These are all called backups. So if something goes wrong, they're supposed to still work. They're steam gauges. These are glass cockpit could go out on you. Now, we got this up and running, look like. If we got both of them running or not, let's verify. Yes, both of them's running. It look like they sync because they quit turning. That's right there, tells the sync, it's already synced, so I don't have to worry about that. And we got on board gallons, 419 gallons, which will burn about 20 probably. Or, well, I think I burned 78 this morning. Anyway, here we go. We're going to try to get out of here, go to the outside of the plane, because I showed the plane yesterday. We can zoom in on the plane just a little. There's the plane right there. There we're going. This is a Dash 8, what I was trying to think a while ago. It's a Bombardier Dash 8 Q400, which I flew yesterday. We'll try to fly it again today. Just zoom that back out. I need some more clearance on that one. Wrong way. Let's see what I'm doing better. Now I'll pick the backer out of the runway. It don't have a pushback cart, so I just push it back like this right here. It had a ground handling thing with it, but what doesn't in it, so I guess it was down there. I might get added, I might not, I'm not gonna worry about it. All I want to do is fly the plane. I'll back away here pretty good. I'm not gonna turn back. I don't remember how to do that right away. We'll turn once we stop back. As long as that line is straight, we just keep backing, I reckon. There's the turn line right there. If there's nothing on the other side, they back straight across this turn. I want to go to the runway 22, I think it was. We was on this morning, and I want to take off away from that big mountain. I'll just check the mountain, what I'll do. Back her up here a little further. It's good enough right there. Hold the brake a minute. Look around and see what we got. There's a big mountain right there. I need to go down there, go to that mountain to fly away from it. So here we go. Back in here, outside the plane, and we'll try to turn around. Let's see if we can get this thing taxied down there. It don't seem like sometimes you're fast, but the plane goes sliding everywhere. Apparently, how fast it look like. Don't drive real good either on the ground. So let's go down to that far ramp, cut across. We could cut across, I guess, right here. They go down on the inside of the taxiway. I don't know what these are. On my monitor, my eyes, I can't really go with them little gate signs and ramp signs and all that stuff. If I was in the plane, I might see it, I might not. I'd rather do it this way myself right at this point, so let's try to run around through here. Water's good and dark. This is at dawn in Juneau, Alaska. We'll be going on a heading of 030 for till we contact the VOR. Once I get to the roadway, I'll set up a radio, autopilot and radio stack for the flight. We can check our flight controls right quick. Everything seems to be working. He's on down here toward the end of the runway. Let's go it takes off the runway. This plane is not real quick to get off. I'm gonna set the flaps, pull or take off. It's just a little heavy, but I don't know, I could do a little less. As long as I get in there and don't mess it up taking off. Try to get everything in fairly good shape. See what we can do without making a whole bunch of mistakes. This little flight take about an hour probably. I also know that the approach line wasn't lined totally earlier. The runway was a little to one side, and I made the correction to get over, but misjudged the visible already of the runway and overshot it and had to come back to it. I managed to do a fair decent, but I was looking at it, always on here looking out the windshields. The runway looks like it's a little further than it is or whatever. And when I finally called it about right and went to turn, I realized I was too late turning. I had to overturn to come back. Sharper coming back than was getting over there, so I managed to pretty well get set up for the runway, but couldn't perfect. Had a little heavy landing, but nothing I couldn't live with. With all the trouble I had getting in line, it really wasn't that bad of a landing. As far as the touchdown, a little heavy, but I'm lucky I get that light probably after what I went through trying to get there. Brakes a minute. I'm gonna bring his radio stack right here up like always. And the VOR where we're going is, we've got a VOR, it's called, what's the length of VOR is. The idea of the VOR is CYQH. The airport, like I said, Watson Lake, and it's KYQH. VOR at the airport is 11490. I said waterways hitting the bank. There we go, 11490. Now electricity's trying to blink here. I keep going light blink. Hope it don't go off. It went off yesterday. And I'm gonna go ahead and set the ILS in here, even though we're not near ready for it. The ILS runway is runway 8, and the ILS is 11030. Got lights look like they might not be on. There we go. We don't need them that bad. We turn them on anyway. Right here we got this on. This at 12,000. What I said, it said at 12 or 12.5. I thought it said 12, but it seems like maybe we had 12. That's right. That's what it said. We'll live with that. 12,000. That's plenty high. The mountains are pretty steep, but we got over. By then we was well over on the west, because earlier we was going to climb higher earlier, but we thought it was too low, but it worked out. Now we'll go right here at 240 airspeed, coming off the ground up to 10,000 at least. 240 about ran up all the way. We actually slowed down after we got up a while ago. But there, and I'm gonna set this on the run on heading I'm gonna be going, but it'll only be chasing pretty quick. 030 is good enough till we pick up the ILS. Set the wrong way. pick my outlets, that's good enough. I'm gonna set this right here. I'm on the runway pointed down the runway heading. That's runway heading right there, close to it. Close enough to where we're going now. That's all ready to go, I believe. Next thing we gotta do is get in the cockpit. I'm gonna get in the 3D. Roll it out a little bit. I'm about halfway turned taxi lights. I'll see better. Or landing lights. It's awful bright out there to see what you're doing. We got this. We're gonna let that down just about that much right there, and everything seems to be ready to go. Let me get this right here where you can see what I'm doing. Put the flaps right there, still all the way down. It's good enough. I don't have much to raise when I get in there. Now what I think I'm going to do is go back into this cockpit right here. Get rid of this for a minute. We got it all set. And I'm going to take these landing lights off. I'll be able to see the runway better. I'd rather not have them than have them blinded me. There, it looks a lot better. That still looks better. It's a little bright. Not near as bright as it was. I can actually see the runway down. I believe we're ready. I'm going to bring this right here up so I'll be ready to set it when I get ready. I can set it here, but this right here, I'm just so used to this one. Right there will work better with me setting everything. I'm going to go ahead and hit that right there right now. Throttle up. And here we go. Wind a little bit, get a little. I'm going to let her go. Now what I want to do here is allow me to give me a little speed and click airspeed, because it takes it a while to adjust. I didn't set the trim. So I can do that right here. Wheels up. Flaps up a little. Trying to manually work the trim. Keep it where I want it. Flaps are all the way up now. Keep climbing a while. Out runway heading. Let's just go ahead and set runway heading. We'll maintain a little of our own flight here for a few minutes. We're at 2,000. Let's see if she'll take over. Without going too much nose down. Fly, sucker, fly. Everything looks decent. The nose is going down, but that's alright. Don't need to climb that fast anyway. As long as this stays right, we're alright. It's going a little bit, but that is right there, stapled. Now let us climb a little bit more. We're going to start coming around to that right there. We'll turn to the left, around to, as long as it continues to climb, I'm not going to worry about the turn. So the flaps are all the way up there. Speed is set on 240. Coming around. As long as we continue to climb, I'm not worried about nothing. When you turn sharp, sometimes she starts to fall. I don't think it will this time. I believe I got it this time. That's the way it should work. Now come around here to where I want it. 030. Still climbing without any problem. Didn't give me any problem that time. I worked the trim as I took off to get the trim where I wanted it, but I didn't actually set it before I took off. I forgot it. Didn't set it at all. So really, it didn't fight me near as bad as it could have. Here we go. Now we're still climbing good. We're coming around. Everything looks good. The flaps are clean. The wheels is up. We're on positive climb. No problem there. Climbing through 6,000. Headed to 12. Now we're headed to Watson Lake. Out here about 206 miles, I believe, what it is. I had it on GPS earlier, but I haven't been in now since then. I don't need it. I only had it there because I could find out how far it was. It's the only thing I had to tell me. This right here will tell you if we clear the mountains. It still shows some red out here, but we're still climbing. Still turning too. Everything looks alright here. This right here says it's supposed to be still turning, that's right. The VOR is not on, but the heading bug's bringing it around to the bottom, to the line. It won't come on till you get closer to the mountains on account of that. We're below them and it's cut the signal off. So we're going that way now. And that cup of coffee is cold. Guess I'll drink cold coffee then. Yeah, let's see what we got going today. Nothing extra that I know of. We're just trying to get this thing in the air and get out of here. We are up at we're up to 8,000, 89, going to 9,000. We're passing 10 here in a few minutes. 240 plenty fast though. For this plane, I could push a little more. Probably as long as the fuel says it'll make it. That's what you got to worry about on any flight or fuel. The rest of it, don't worry about the rest of it. We're only going 200 miles, plenty of fuel there. We're burning gallons per hour, 208. We've got, that's pounds, that's not gallons. We don't burn, said we don't burn 444 gallons.
10,000 feet.
But we've got to stay in the air for almost 2 hours. And we got that many miles we can go if nothing changes. And we know it's going to change. When we level off, it's going to extend it. So it's going to actually get better. We're in good shape here. Now we're looking for, let's bring this back up right here so I can tell what I'm doing. I'm going to click it right there. This will be a VOR when it comes on. That button clicked, it'll tell you when it comes on. You ain't got to ask nobody. Just a few seconds. If you don't see the needle will jump. This one right here will jump straight up. Or somewhere up there. At the same time. This right here will start just a few seconds after that comes up. This noise will start putting off signal. You'll know it's on. Let's climb this thing out and see what we got going. Now we're coming up to our altitude to level off right there. When it gets to there, let's go out. If it don't, we'll keep climbing around. But I do believe it's going to do it. Somebody just came in. We're see it slow down almost stopped in. Let's come back to level, lights out. Now we're level. Now this is climbing to more, give us more distance. Gain a good little dab, and there is a speed at which it'll be the most efficient. I don't know what speed that is. I'm gonna say with 240 or 250. Maybe going to 250 at this point. I'm above 10. I'm not above 10 above the ground though. In some places, I'll stay at 240 to be safe. I'm not gonna worry about that. We close this. We don't need this no more. Everything says green all the way. We'll come back to it. We'll see where we're at. We're headed to right. I think it's it right there. 150 will be 200. Yeah, that's right. It's it right there. So we're headed. This right here. It'll be on after a while. It ain't on yet. But it's an airport there. Airport name's the same as the VOR, Watson Lake. Make this little flight, get it over with, get it in the books again. Done made it once today. I was setting it up to get a PA flight in because I wasn't nobody here with me to fly. And they come in, so I just I went on flew it without putting on my video. I'll fly it again and get the video. I don't think they want me to make them a star. Don't blame them. This is something I didn't think I'd ever do, but I guess I'm doing it. There we go. Just saw it come on. See the bar light up right there? This one stood up. And we're slightly to the left of it. That's not bad. We'll stay right where we're at. I can turn that off and stop that noise maker now. This here is flying the heading bug. We're in good shape here. I'm going to go ahead and set this runway heading, which is, I forgot. I've been looking to see. I wanted on runway heading, and I've got the runway heading at 282, 082. So we'll just bring it around 082. That'll tell me where I need to be to enter the approach, the direction I need to be away from it and everything. I'm hearing something over my headset outside or something. Maybe the living room. She's not on the computer making sounds. Most of the time it's got a light on over though. It's a bright light. But in my glasses. Well, you know, cut that off the top of my coffee cup off. Get some more coffee. Get some hot coffee. I can do that here in a minute. Yeah, today I changed this out, added that, moved this just a little here, moved these two, put this in. I had one here yesterday that had a voltmeter that didn't light up. This voltmeter is lit up. This has also got temperature on. Well, the voltmeter is temperature, but outside temperature. It's 16 degrees Fahrenheit right now, it says. It's getting pretty cool out there. We got no weather, so I don't think we got a problem there. Go back to the 3D, 2D. Get rid of that a few minutes. We don't need them. Everything else is alright. We don't need these right now unless this gives us trouble here. If that drops to 0, we'll come back to these. Of course, it should be done. I guess I could do it now. I mean, it won't hurt nothing to have it on. It might hurt not to have it on, so let's turn it on. I don't see no moisture, so I'm not going to turn the anti-icers itself. I think I just turned it off, to be honest with you. Panel lights, panel lights, that's right, that's all. So, that's all, that's on, that's right there. That's what I want. And we got the time and the temperature on that one. It had a voltmeter on top of that. I think this is going to be built in. Also, you have to change it to read it, like right there. And right back to there. That's good. I like that. At least make it a hair bigger range here. Be easy to read. They got plenty of room to make it bigger, so I could do that. Just options I could take care of. Everything else is like it was. I added this here in here. I talked about that last time. The DME on the panel, so if I want to use it, it's a little bit hard to read. Still got a little room to make it bigger though, make it taller. Plenty long, but a little short. Height wise. I moved this up. I had two switches here covered. Didn't realize I did what I did. And I thought there were power switches, but power switches are right here. So I was looking at the power switches behind there. When I moved it, these here back over there wasn't power switches there. De-icers and beacon. But then I realized power switches up here anyway already on there. I couldn't move them because there's not any writing on up here. Pull them over. It's a little better if I pull them over a little bit. Maybe we'll spread them out, but at least move them all over, line them up. If they're not painting on the panel, if they're painting on the panel, you move maybe else black spot there. And I don't want to go to the paint shop yet. I do need, and if it's a 3D, I can't do it. I started in 3D. I think 3D, I got a picture here showing something from behind it, but I can't move it. I can't paint the 3D. Other people might can, but I don't have that privilege yet. The knowledge how to run the paint shop in paint.net will do it, but you have to get into the textures and all that stuff. I got paint.net, had it for years, but didn't have a machine that would run it until I got this one. I may someday study it a little more. In fact, I've tried to do a few things. I get lost in the setup of it. That ain't good. I prefer to have that the same size as this, but we'll make it the same size. This is an overhang panel. I didn't want to bump an overhang panel. So here's a shadow. It's hard to cover that, but I didn't want to cover this part here. Even though this got really close to it. There's supposed to be a shadow because this is extended to me. There's a shadow under here because this is extended beyond this towards the pilot a little bit. I don't know how much, but some. It creates a shadow on the bottom. That's what this right here is. Most people ain't fairly decent. All the lights and other things out. Man, not get us arguing with us at this point. Let's see where we at. We're gonna bring. We got a DME right here. Just like I said, it's almost too small to read though. I'm gonna have to try to make it bigger a little bit. I'm not gonna do it while I'm in flight though. I could, but I'm not going to. But I'm gonna bring DME right here up. That'll tell me enough I want to know. Put it right there for now. Now 160 miles out of the airport we're headed to. And it is 5 degrees to our left. To our right, we're gonna move left a little more. Whoops, wrong button. See, you don't have these numbers up here moving. Right there they go. Start sitting down with numbers to look at. That's what I don't like about that autopilot. They don't show you what you're looking at. You can see it right here on this here. You're looking, but still won't give you the exact numbers. Tempted to take it out and put that in, but this is the original. Since virtual cockpit's like it is, I could put it in both of them. That ain't a problem. And the same, I did make the same change in virtual I did in here. Got all this here in here. Put that in, added that, and I don't have the radio stack in this. Also, on the other side, I didn't say I fixed all this. I didn't fix it here. It took a lot of trouble for. I don't ever get over there, and I probably did fix these two here over here though to match. I had to put the backups in over there. What they ever doing, that's another story. Because all I ever see that right there anyway. Right there about, well, it's like still a little too much. Right there about right. What's totally right to be right here. That's as close as you're going to get it to be where they got it set up to be in. And I'm set like this. I can still see these numbers. I can see out pretty good. Also, I can hold down that button right there, and I can raise my seat about 3 clicks. Then I can raise that back up 1. There we go. And now I'm looking over the panel a little better to the ground. Put a Sears Roebuck catalog or a Memphis phone directory on me. Be able to see. Make me taller. Because the ones that remember the Sears Roebuck catalog have got a little age on them. I remember carrying it to the little room out back right beside the point. Couldn't use the shiny pages. Use the rest of them. Well, get that DME back up and I'll put it away again. Here we go. It's a little bigger in here. It's still hard to read. Oh, get sleepy on me. I don't need to be doing that. It's too early. I'm gonna get me while this thing's flying. I should be alright. I'm gonna grab me a quick cup of coffee and turn that light out of my eyes with coffee. Be right back. back. That didn't take too long. Plane seemed like the autopilot helped. We're alright. We're still at 12,000. Doing 240 on a heading of what are we on? We was on that, but we moved at least 5 degrees. On a heading of 025. Okay. And we're like say 120 something miles out. I believe we should be getting, we're past this main section of the mountain, so I'm gonna come down a little, I think, right now. Got plenty of time to do that. My autopilot, I lost it again. Here we go. I'm gonna come down to about 10. I think, well, let's make it 11 at first. Okay, we still may be at some mountains. Try that right there for now. Drop this back a little so I won't get slicky slide faster. And look like I'm already trying to. Back 5 there. We're alright, we're falling back. We're up to 244. Go over 250 under. Well, we're not under 10, though. We're above 10. We may be under 10 on so many mountains, though. How we took off. Let's go back and look at the car and see how we done taking off. I don't usually even look at it. We climbed out. We gear up at the feet. Cruising. It's no overspeed or anything. We're all right there. We managed to get to the outlast time. I overspeeded a little bit. See if we come down a little mountain in front, maybe turn back yellow. The airport's over here. Get a little better idea of where we're sitting. There's the airport right there. Sit right here. And we're headed up into here. We're going to the airport, but it ain't gonna be too bad. We can get over a little more if we have to. I always rather be a little too much than not enough. One of my worst traits is I'm bad about getting over a little too much. Whoop. Wanted that to go down, not up. Of course, I was in the right area, it just went the wrong way. That one's too old. We'll go over here in a few minutes. This right here, got a line with that at least 30, 25, 30 miles out, what I'd like to see. Mr. Razor doesn't come in, look like. Me and him both was in the weight room a while ago. But he's up the other room with the remote. He don't want to be a star. He knows. We'll get this little flight done. I'll join them. So far it's been a fairly uneventful flight. Nothing went wrong. Had a pretty fair takeoff. Check the terrain around us up here. Whoops, I just hit a button I didn't mean to hit. I need to go back in and reset my cockpit. I just messed it up. Didn't change the no thing except distance and views. I still not gonna reset my seat because it reset everything back to default. Everything else looks alright. Come on, get right. That's it right there. Now we got that back. Quit that. Trying to make it move a little that way. Don't want to. That's too much right there. That'll work right there. Now, I'll go back outside. I went to hit a spin around button. I hit the button that resets the aircraft to fix problems. I reloaded the aircraft, still spinning around. That's what it looks like around here. A little water hole up through there. On right there. Just leave all my landing lights and everything on. We're not that far away. Come down another. We should be able to come down to 10 now, using enough, maybe even a little more. Bring this back up, see it reset it back to where it was. Miles out to here, and we got, let's see where DME is right there. He's reading that, know where it is. Put it right there for now. Let's be right there. Now I can see this right here, but it's a whole lot easier to see the pop-ups. That'll give me a better visibility. This right here is sit on 082. This is about 055. It's got to come around to 082, which is a little long there. This has got to come around there as I fly forward. I'm 98 miles out. It's when I'm moving toward the airport as well as bringing it around. We're still going to come on down some more. We're, like I said, as long as these mountains stay green, we're in good shape. Let's come down another 1,000 feet. I'm going to drop this back to 230. Not that it matters, it's right back anyway. Bring it down a little bit more. What did I say I was going to do? Please. Look gone. I thought I brought it down a while ago. Apparently I didn't. I said 10 though. I'll watch all this out here before we get 2 ram boxes on that lower. Oh, this right here is where we're going. As long as this right here stays green, we got it made. I need to push it out to there. We can see it a little better. Just level it. Start leveling at 10. Let's come on down to about 9. Try that. We can approach the airport in this plane today at 6,700 feet. The altitude of the airport that we're going to is 2,256 feet. I always add the hundreds to my 45, 55, 65, and 267, 6,700 feet where we can legally catch out of this. This plane will get it and catch it at that. Whether it's legal or not, that's another story. But we're going to catch it at that, or try to. If I don't go to sleep to get it, we are. Now I'm going to turn this right here on. Just on kind of already got the VOR set, and the course is already set. So if I get to that point and I'm not paying attention, it'll turn itself. I won't have to turn it. This bar comes down. This plane will turn without me having to tell it anything else. This is the heading I want to be on, so right there, it don't matter, everything else is all right. Buildings out front look like getting taller. We're getting down inside of them a little bit, but GPS said we're still in good shape, and I'm depending on it. As long as it stays green, we're supposed to be in good shape. It looks tight though. But it says we're in good shape. On a little different pad than what it was last time. I can tell that by looking at it. I'm over a little bit one way or the other. I'm not sure which way at this point. 80 something miles out, 84, and we're still doing all right with that right there. Come on down to 8,000. We still look good out front. You know, if it turns yellow on me, I may stop coming down. But as long as sometimes it takes a while. It's updating now. And next time it updates, it may be a big difference. I won't get to see it till then. It won't change those updates. And I could be well within a spot by then. Usually I'll say I'm alright too, tight but alright. Sometimes you close it like in a few seconds, it'll be back up. It'll update itself. Or zoom it out and back in. See there, it's a little different there. Everything's alright so far. We're at 8,000. 80 miles out, we go a little further. Drop it back to about 120. These turbo props slow down, engines unwind so slow. Trying to stay ahead of that, getting this thing down. We did learn this morning that at this altitude, this plane won't hold itself level flight, pull its landing profile at 140, which I've been using. Takes 150 up here. 140 should droop under and start down. I did this morning. When I pushed it from 140 back to 145, it stopped descending, but it never did climb back to the altitude it's supposed to be at. There still wasn't enough power to get it back up there, apparently. So I had to go back to 150 to get it back up. And then before we get back up, the glide slope come into play, but it still told me I had to have that. About halfway down the glide slope, I went back to 145. Done pretty fair. I didn't lose it at that. Started to show up on the glide slope when I got to the bottom of it. A little too slow, looked like. There, still a bunch off. I'm moving toward the airport faster than that's coming down. Still want to keep that at 30 miles until he's lying, if I can. 30 or better. Will be alright. At 25 I can probably bring the ILS up, have it running. At 30 you can't. I'm gonna get my video stack back up. Have it ready to go. Take the GPS down for now. Looks like everything's alright there. Yeah, I'll pop all up quick again. It still looks alright. Yeah, I'm gonna come down another 500 feet. Right there. Still holding the signal. We're not lost. One thing about coming down about running mountains like this, you could lose your signal, all kind of it. Now right here's trim this. I didn't change this trim out. I was looking for it and I didn't see it. 3 days changed it out. Changed it now where it has some graduations on it. I didn't see these while I was doing it. Apparently they don't show up in the. They must not show up in the panel studio. I looked for them. Either that or overlooked them. I was in a hurry when I done it. I'll change them two out to match the other two quick as I can. To match them two right there. Little graduation marks, you tell where you at more. Back into here. Bring all this back over where I had it. That's alright right there. I don't see no yellow too much around me. A little spot way out here, if it's not my way, and we're getting past it before we turn in, so it looks like I'm watching in front of me, but the GPS don't show them being in the way, so it must be out past me. Either that or they're not as high as they look. 50 miles, we're 60 miles from the airport, but mostly it's this way. As long as they don't come into play, I'm not. They don't get in my way, I'm alright. Don't mind clipping along the top of them, as long as they don't touch them. Seems like it's coming around a little faster now. Slow down to 210, that's as low as I'll go without flaps. At 190, I'll drop layer flaps. Sun changes, see it wink a little bit there. It's early morning, sun's rising, not falling. Like temperature's 32 degrees Fahrenheit out there. At this point right now. 60 miles out. I'll be alright coming down toward the airport 5 more degrees. Back to that 030, not 025. Done moved twice since then. 2 people in flying. Server. But they're not of my group. I don't even know who they are or where they're from. Where they at. Said 2,500. I put the call outs in it yesterday. Plus the car's got call outs. Let's see, looking tight out there. But he said 2,500. That means top of the mountains about 2,500. Looks like you're clipping along close to that one. It ain't here as close as it looks, so consider what it's talking about. Good shape, I'd like to be. Not gonna move them around, but I got them where I want them when I go back in the cockpit. Look at this mountainous range here. It's way in Canada now. We're not in. As soon as we left Juneau, we left Alaska. Canada. We'll be setting it down in a little airport here, right on that VOR there. This here shows right there where it's going to be. It'll start turning probably before I get there. As soon as it catches that, this gets down about 40. I'm going to go into the landing profile. And we're going to bring this up right here. We'll switch this door. If it goes to turn, we'll switch it door and start looking for it. So we won't miss it. It's just about 80 minutes just to get ready to start turning. Probably it said bar's already moving. I didn't see if that bar there. It goes right there. That bar's moving. Localizer is active. 52 miles out. Light's not out yet. Right there. But it will turn it out here in just a few minutes. Should turn out before the bar gets down. And start flying toward the bar itself. Pretty good shape where that goes. Not that I planned it that way, it's worked out that way. We'll come on down to 7,000. Gotta get down to 6,700 here in a minute. We're turning, coming down to 6,700. Well, right there. Slowing down to 190. Going fully landing profile. It'll climb a little, it'll come back to it. I'm gonna slow it down to 160. A little faster, full landing profile at that. We'll be out right there. Now, back inside the cockpit, we'll watch everything. Bring all this back up. I'm gonna switch this over. Set that to talk to me. Start looking for the ILS.
2,500.
2,500 over that mountain. Shows here we at 68 and we headed to 67. So we are right there. We're leveled off here, so let's get ready to level off our 67. And if it'll hold its altitude that we got it made. Let's come down another 5 here. 45 miles out at this point. We're way early on getting ready, but I'd rather be early than late. I always like to get ready before I get on the flight, so I could wait another 20 miles without being ahead of what I wanted. But as long as it's flying, completed fuel, I hope. That I hadn't kept an eye on very close, but about 290 gallons. If we don't change anything, we can fly 300 miles. We only got to go 50, so we're all right. And we're already on landing profile, so we haven't got to change anything. I don't get no worse than what we already got. Whoops, what did I do? Wrong button, so I've done. We go back to here and bring everything back up I had. And then the button I was trying to was one brings this up. The plane's being flown by the localizer button. We're setting this one just in case we need it later. We're ready for it to take over. So I do know already that the runway's on a little angle. It's not straight in front of the ILS. Done been there today, and that's what happened. So I made poor judgment on how to get to it, but I made it. And here, of course it ain't foggy, but if you're trying to do what I was doing in here in the fog, the roadway will look like it's sticking up in the sky on you. You can't figure out why. Can't keep it turned the right direction. So I had about the same problem this morning, except it wasn't foggy, it's clear weather. My mistake. I was just turning wrong and turning too much. Well, we're 40 miles out. 39, coming 30, 39, 9. The localizer is almost lined itself. Waiting on the ILS to come on. This is the localizer right here we're flying on BOR. A while ago I also had to get over to the left from the BOR to the ILS. I think it's left, one way. I'm not sure right now, so my mind's saying on it right. We'll know when it comes on, but it's different. That right there will tell me which way. $37 miles out. Next 10 miles we should have a ILS. About 10. Between 8 and 15 for sure. This thing down. Go see what they're doing for us flying. I could go see what they're doing now, but they didn't come in here. It means they didn't want on it. They may be in the server, but I don't know. No, they're probably flying on the node. If they're flying on the Joint FS node that I'm running also on my machine. And again, they could be on one of somebody else's where they have other options. But you just have to find out if mine's even up. I don't see it. There it is right there on the other monitor. Reason sound stops, I click the other monitor. I'll have it back just in a minute. I'm trying to check see if they're on the other node. They're not on it either. They'd be right there everywhere. Okay, they're either not flying or flying on somebody else's or something. That's all right too. Well, Don could be a one. He runs one sometimes. As soon as I click the screen, it gets active, the sound comes back. Here we go. We're running screen capture. If the screen's not active, it won't capture the sound. Over 6,700 feet, doing 155 knots, 31 miles out. ILS is not lit yet. When it comes on, this hand will jump and the nourishments will come on. So they get through and adjust these things here one more time and pass him a config over to make his plane the same as mine. Got to go in and delete a bunch of backups too. I bet it's all probably 150 in there. Every time you move something and save it, where you reset the plane, it makes a new backup. Probably got 150 in there. I'll go delete them out. As long as the GPS don't change, everything else stays right, so I'm alright. It didn't change. It used to change every time I used it, but I started resizing it different. When I did that, he quit changing it. Used to the panel studio would resize it all the way down one side, almost halfway across the screen. Do it every time you go in there, you have to reset it when you get through. There we go. Green arrow just come up. Nice one is fixed to come on. Switch this over. It's off to my left. We'll be turning left. Turn that on and bring it around and turn it right. That's because it just does it every time. Come over about that much right there. Turn that back on. Well, I didn't have to turn that. It was close enough that it went on tuck it. It don't always be that close. So I was preparing just in case. It's already got it now, so I can put this back where I had it right here. It's runway heading again because the localizer is already in charge. Put this back for emergency takeoff. Go around. 082. That's there. Let's flying the plane. Slowing to 150. I think we got it. 150. Turn that off. Whoops. I don't want to turn that off. I want to turn this off right here. As long as we got DME, we leave that on. Didn't have DME, I had to switch this back over to VOR where I can pick a DME apart. And the L2 be right there, and then switch that. Now that's VOR right there, VOR. DME. That's ILS DME. That's back on the F1 ILS. The bar's trying to land again. Waiting on the diamonds to come on. That little light up here started flashing at me right there. I think that's it right there. One of them. That's right there, I think. No spoilers. Speed brakes. That's it right there. That's a little bit indicator. I can get rid of this. I'm through that. I know it looked a little silly, but I want to verify that was understanding everything. I still have to set the approach once them start to move, not before. They are up on lights flashing. So once they go to moving, then I'll set the approach. I'm already down to 150. That's about as slow as I can get up here. So anything on that, it starts drifting below the glide slope on me. Or below that, here would be below, won't even fly level, it starts drifting down. I may go to 45 once they go on a slow track. As long as I don't let it get too far away from me. And I may have to cut the auto throttle off and hip it because auto throttle responds too quick, too late. I hip it and then put it back on, it'll pick it back up. My mind works so slow it don't work like it every time. Alright, the seas are starting to move. Just a few more minutes, seconds, whatever. Come down a little bit more. See, now there's no doubt about them moving. Go ahead and set the approach light right there. The other light went out automatically. This is still on. Time we'll turn it off. I don't have to worry about it. Miles out of the airport. Raiders just signed in a place on their X. Now they're getting ready to fly them like. I may be able to get to them, fly with them quick enough. Get this little flight done so I join the group. See what they're doing. Go out, shovel some gravel while I go up. That ain't no fun. rain washed out the driveway. I'm responsible for it. It's too wet to put a backhoe on it. It's the only thing I got to work with, so I can put a shovel and put them holes in so they can get in now. Until I guess it's got at least 24, 40 hours to dry before I put that backhoe up there. And it's rained every day the last 2 days. I'm talking about rain, not playing. What they call a toad strangler. We had them rain strangle a bullfrog, and they live in water. Well, on Glad Slope and Lock, everything is going our way. Almost perfect. Give it a few minutes. I'm going to try to slow down at least 5. It's 12 miles out. I don't even see the airport yet. Older who? See who just joined. Wrong button. Here we go, right here. Older Craig. Okay. I don't know who he is. I was thinking I'd do that. That was moved the one behind it to the one I clicked. Oh, it didn't change. I don't see where it did. Out. I believe I see the airport. Finally. Make sure all the lights are on. That'll have them all on manually with the auto button. Comes a plane in, a 787. Oh, whatever. Dr. Fine has joined the plane. Boat to Tech 2.
2,500.
Oh, 2,500. Hey, coming up. Let me get myself ready to land. Joystick's ready. We're going to set the auto spoilers right there. Auto spoilers are on. That's all I usually use. Don't generally have to use the reversers. Even though this plane does have them. To get them, I have to go over onto the keyboard, but I don't have a D10 on my joystick. In some of the planes, I have to do it. Most of them will get slow enough, you don't have to worry about it. Got good enough brakes. And from here, you can see that the runway is slightly run on an angle. It's over to the left. It should be a little bit over here. About 500 feet or so. I'm going to turn loose and try to get on it. Get the keyboard ready to turn the autopilot off. I don't want it too quick, but see, it's over to the left there. It's not in line with me. Probably could do better good to get over it now. I don't want it too quick though. The quicker I take over, the longer I have to fly. This thing is sensitive. We're going to call out
1,000.
1,000. Well, like I said, I was going to take it at 5. I think I'm going to go ahead and take it here just a minute. And try to get over there a little quicker. I made it too late a while ago. I have control. Let's see if we can get over and not mess up too bad. I've got everything except the throttle. Throttle is still holding itself. I should have moved that down where I can see it glide a little better. Looking pretty good this time. I believe we're going to be better this time. A little bit too much.
500.
That's a lot better approach right now so far.
500. 500.
Bring it on down a little bit now. All white means I'm a little too high. Get on down a little bit. Now I'm off
400.
again. See it? Seems like it changes as you come. I may have a wind, crosswind here. Show acting like it.
300. Approaching minimum.
I got a crosswind. All there is to it. Pretty heavy one.
Minimum. 200. 100. 100. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50.
Set it down, sucker.
40. 40.
That sucker's gonna mess me up.
20. 30. 10. 20.
Come on, stop this thing. I had to use the spoilers, didn't I? Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on, set that thing down. What's wrong is it's rearing up. Comes up. I hit the button to turn him off, and they didn't turn off. I hit the wrong button. That was the reverser doing that. I actually hit the button to turn them off, but I hit the one beside it. I didn't hit the right button. Then it went crazy. Had that happen to me earlier too, because it was set when it cranked, and I didn't know it. The detent was set. I don't have a detent, so I had to throttle it to get rid of it. And I went to the 2 on the keyboard to set them because I wasn't going to stop without them. I was going to be in that water. And then when I hit the button to release them, I missed it. I hit it in plenty of time to release it. I just missed the button. Now let's see what we've done. Well, we landed just a little bit wild. The act like had a crosswind, a heck of a tailwind too. Looked like. I don't know what I had. I didn't check, but it sure act like it. But I was looking good at the last minute. All at once I was crossways. That's what happened a while ago, but not exactly. This was worse. Let's see if I got away with it. All that counts as a touchdown. Look there. Did I bounce? Nope. Touchdown better that time than I did a while ago. But I swear I had a weird come in. It didn't count all the other stuff. See, all it counted was a touchdown. Touchdown at 122 at 97. That's a good touchdown. But see, I just had to fight it to get it on the runway first. Then I was running out of runway. But I was trying to not sit down too heavy so we not went so far. I could sit down a lot earlier, but I've not been too heavy. Here we go. Let's turn this off. That was a wicked landing, I'm going to tell you. But it wasn't something, I had it looking really good, and all at once I started getting to one side, and I didn't fly it over, it flew itself over. Crosswind apparently. This plane drifts bad. Alright, that has been turned in, we're through with it. I'm supposed to have credit for it. I didn't even look see where to see it. Now, that's probably 2 of them today. Alright, that's all of it now, and this is Town Dog, and I'm going to shut her down for everybody. For me or whatever. Go back to 3D, and we're going to go right here. Turn all these off. They're all off. Turn this off, this off, this off, this off. The engine should go down at that. I'm going to turn the fuel off. Alright, everything's off now. All the buttons stay off. But sometimes it's hard to get them all to stay off. Alright, that's all. That button there's a little high. That's right here a little high. It needs to be readjusted. I was trying to set one here and I moved that and accidentally. And when I moved it back, I didn't get it totally done. Okay, that's Town Dog, and that's going to be it for today. I'm going to hang it up, put this up on YouTube after a while, and try to have it up for the morning, and go fly with them other people. And since they don't want to be on the YouTube, I don't blame them. That's entirely up to them. I just lost my cockpit. I don't think I meant to do that exactly. Let me get this right here back up. View. Instrument main panel. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. Now we're back up here, and now this is Town Dog. I'm going to say bye-bye for now and cut this thing off and catch y'all on another flight or another something. I may do another Half-Life 2 here at the Wilder tomorrow. So this is going to be all of us. See if I can get it to quit.